All right, thanks, Danny. Well, Bass Pro Shop's third Arkansas location is getting ready to open up this week in Fort Smith.
Yeah, and people are excited for this. Long-awaited 5 News reporter Claire Everbach has had the chance that everyone wants. Claire, you're getting to see the space ahead of opening day tomorrow, and you're joining us live for a sneak peek of the store. Good morning to you. We're loving the hat.
Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Tiffany. Well, thank you for your compliment on my pink hat. Of course, I had to pick the pink because not only is it my favorite color, but it also matches my outfit here this morning because there is so much to see in this store. It's 70,000 square feet of space. I'm going to show you a quick look at all of the fishing poles that are behind me. Oh my goodness, hundreds, maybe thousands in here. And it's not the only thing that the store has to offer. Of course, there's lots of hunting gear, camping gear, the boats, the iconic hats. There really is something for everyone. This project has been in the works for several years. This will be the third Bass Pro Shop in the state of Arkansas. The first one opened back in 2012. The store also includes a 19,000-gallon aquarium built inside a signature Ozark-inspired cave and hand-painted murals. General Manager Jeff Smith says their goal is to connect the community with the outdoors while showcasing the beauty that Arkansas has to offer. Another part of their mission is to help the younger generation connect with the outdoors and spend less time on screens.
Helping them understand what the outdoors are all about, helping them understand what fishing's all about, getting them to fall in love with it now. As they grow, they're going to want to be outside and not on their screens, like you said, and really getting them to love what the outdoor has to offer, and that's what we're all about.
Well, he said it best, even if you're not typically an outdoor person like myself, there really is still something to see for everyone. That grand opening is going to be Wednesday morning starting at 9 a.m. and it's going to be a 4-day event with all sorts of activities, giveaways, and prizes. Live in Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
Thanks for that, Claire. Well, the Razorback men's tennis team is heading off to compete in Fort Worth in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they're all set to take on Cornell at the end of this week, but it could be the last run for the program ever. The university announcing Friday it's cutting the men's and women's teams. Director of Athletics, Hunter Yurchek, pointed to the school not being able to provide proper funding to compete in the SEC and nationally. Former head coach Robert Cox coached the men's team for 26 years. He's questioning why the university did not reach out to him or donors for solutions to save the programs.
We had 71 years of men's tennis here, and it's just a huge insult. 46 years of women's tennis to not even ask us for help. We would have been there, and it would have come.
The university says the $2.5 million combined budget will be reinvested across the athletics department. Current tennis student athletes will have their scholarships honored until they complete their current degree program. The Fort Smith School Board has decided to go cashless at all sporting events.
Yeah, the idea is to make the ticketing system for all athletics cashless, meaning a $1 service fee will go back on the customer instead of the district paying it. The district says going cashless will make things a lot easier.
Reduce risk, it helps eliminate handling the cash, faster entry, lower staffing cost, a little bit better accountability, and we believe of improved fan experience by getting through those lines. There's nothing more annoying when you're way out 200 yards and it takes forever to get into a line, especially the early games when it's extremely hot.
The new system will start on July 1st.
Governor Sanders has signed a bill authorizing the payment of a claim to the mother of a man who died at an Arkansas care facility. Angela Stevens' 21-year-old son, Zachary Moore, was a resident at the Southeast Arkansas Human Development Center. A report says last September, Moore was held face down for 13 minutes and chemically injected, leading to his death. In February, Stevens proposed a $725,000 settlement with the state. The bill, signed into law this week, authorizes payment for the full amount. 6 people have been charged with manslaughter and neglect in connection with Moore's death. The trial began this week. You can read the full story on 5newsonline.com.
Well, a letter signed by 30 Arkansas lawmakers is now heading to the Justice Department, demanding a federal investigation into the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms raid that killed Brian Mowalski. He was the former executive director of Clinton National Airport in the state capital. ATF raided his Little Rock home back in 2024. after they say he sold 150 weapons at local gun shows. But gun rights advocates have questioned the firepower those agents deployed and whether Malowski should have been a suspect in the first place.
We're simply asking that the proper authorities, which we believe is the Justice Department, and the President can refer this to the Acting Attorney General, and to get the truth about what really happened.
Maria Malinowski, Brian's wife, who filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the ATF, was at the Capitol alongside the senators. Well, in Jonesboro, Arkansas State University officials say an unregistered event on campus that led to a shooting over the weekend was not sanctioned.
Officials say the gathering that was supposed to happen at another venue had canceled, and the group moved things to the university. Alejandra Hernandez has more.
They had a last-minute venue cancellation and decided to relocate the party to Unity Park and remove their cover charge.
The university says events are supposed to be registered with Student Affairs. That lets the school know the time, date, and location, and lets staff talk with organizers about security, noise, and other issues. Even though this event wasn't registered, campus police were sent out after they were told about the gathering. But the university says officers were misled and told it was an officially organized event.
Because of the amount of people that were there and the scene organization of the event, they had reason to believe that they were being truthful.
After midnight, when shots were fired, the university used its rave system to send an emergency alert, but not everyone received one.
It was determined after the initial alert went out that the text message did not fire. Dispatch tried to remedy it and send it again, which is why we got duplicate emails and duplicate desk notifications.
Speculation and misinformation started to spread online. Once the university realized the text system had malfunctioned, Clark says they turned to other ways to reach parents and students.
But we also decided to send out a post on the parent Facebook group, and then we also pushed out an alert through our PAC portal, which would have spawned a push notification on cell phones and another campus email.
Arkansas State Police is leading the investigation into the shooting, but Clark says the university will run its own review to see what needs to change so this doesn't happen again.
We'll look at what went right, what went wrong, to make sure that the policies and procedures we have in place are effective and working as they are intended.
Clark says all three of the injured students are back on campus. Authorities have not released information on a possible suspect or suspects. The man accused of opening fire outside the ballroom where the White House Correspondents' Dinner was taking place appeared in a federal courtroom on Monday. Prosecutors say the suspect, 31-year-old Cole Allen, was armed with a shotgun and handgun when he allegedly stormed a security checkpoint. Allen is charged with use of a firearm during a crime of violence, transportation of a firearm with intent to commit a felony, and attempting to assassinate the President of the United States. He's not entered a plea. He'll be back in court on Thursday.